Good morning. How are ya? Okay, I know you're probably muted, so that's okay. But let's get started. I think we're on time. We showed up on time, we're doing it. So feet hip width, we're gonna do a quick 5-minute warm up. And then today we're gonna use a ball and one heavy weight, just one, and a band, your heaviest band that you have. Take a big deep breath. And then take it all the way down, pushing your weight into your heels, relaxing the head. Once your hands get down, walk out to a plank. And once you're in your plank, oscillate between plank and downward dog. So nice and slow, forward and back. When you push back, drive your heels towards the floor. When you pull forward, come up nice and high on those toes. It's kind of like a little bonus foot massage. Just do a few more. Okay, now put your knees down on the floor. Bring your wrists under your shoulders. Let's transition right into some cat-cows. Kind of make them feel special for your body. Playing around with the angles. Do a few more. Make sure while you do these that you're always pulling your stomach in. So those muscles need to be contracted. Okay, now hold yourself with a big arch in the back as you continue to push away from the floor. Shift the hips backwards a little bit. And then keep the arch in the back and shift forward. So you're just rocking forward and back with a nice little arch in your back. Okay, now bring yourself to a neutral spine. Shift the hips over the heels and slide the arms out. So in this position, we're trying to lower the chest towards the floor, keeping the forehead up. Now slide back up onto all fours and go back to that cat position. And now come to a neutral spine, hips shift back, hands slide out, lower the chest. Come back up, back to that cat, neutral spine, hips back, hands out. Okay, you're gonna hold on this spot here. We're gonna open the right palm to the ceiling and lift that hand off the floor. And then relax it. Do the same on the left. Open, lift it, and reach it long. And just keep oscillating from side to side. Do a few more. Okay, come back into your quadruped position. From here, we're going to transition to a small downward dog. Put the heels on the floor, straighten out the legs. Now, bring the shoulders over your wrists and come into bear. And then back to the small dog and back to bear. And just keep going. Nice and high on the toes when you're pulling yourself into a bear. Heels down when you're pushing back. Do a few more. Okay, from this down dog, walk your hands towards your feet and let's meet in a full forward fold. Let your head go. Let the upper body just kind of hang out there. 3 big deep breaths, puffing out those ribs as best you can. Okay, from here, I want you to inhale to a flat back. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Flip your palms to face up. Bring the arms up. Take it all the way back down. Inhale to a flat back. Reverse it, come back up. Reach the arms up. One more time. Take it down. Inhale to a flat back. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Nice. Okay, we're going to start out with a ball. We're going to right away start working the back of our body. Now, if you don't have a ball or your ball is too soft, you can always put your feet up on a chair with your butt close to the chair. So we're going to start out lying down. You got your feet on the ball, all of the feet. And you've got the ball really close to you, as close as you can get it. So you got a big bend in the leg. So you're going to relax the arms by your side, and you're going to bridge up, squeezing your glutes and pulling the knees towards each other, and then come back down. So you're going to go up a little quick, but you're going to lower nice and slow. So lift up, squeeze, and then come down really slowly. And when you get down, you release everything. So each rep, we're starting from scratch. There's no momentum here. Press up, squeeze, lower down. Press up, squeeze. So you're pulling the knees towards each other. They're not actually going to touch, but they're getting close. Okay, keep going. Give me 8 more of these, nice and slow. And you want to pay attention to how much you actually are using your arms. Try not to. You want to make this all about your core, your butt and hamstrings, and inner thighs. And when you lift those hips up, make sure your ball is not going forward. You got to keep it where your starting point was. This is a really good exercise for the whole lower body. So let's do a few more. And then we're going to switch and work on our inner thighs. Okay, so I'm going to switch balls because I have a smaller one for my inner thighs. Whatever you use, maybe it's a Pilates ring, maybe it's a ball. Put it between your legs, and now we're going to start squeezing that ball as much as we can and releasing it slowly. Squeeze. Give me that little pelvic tilt so you feel the lower back on the floor. Squeeze in really hard and then release it. So I'd like us to be going like 3 counts on the way in, 3 counts to squeeze, and 3 counts to release. That's how slow this is. So let's do 8 more. So if you're not already feeling that tremble, hold it in just a tiny bit more than 3 seconds. And you really got to make each one of these special. Work as hard as you can on every single rep. And I'm working on my last 3 here. And then we're going to transition back. I'm going to start using the bigger ball again. We're going to do some hamstring rollouts. So if you're doing this class and you have no ball at all, on the hamstring rollouts, you put yourself into a bridge and you just take baby steps with your feet all the way out and baby steps all the way back in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this ball off to the side. I'm getting the big one again. Now we're gonna do 10 repetitions of going out and in. So we're not gonna lower the butt to the floor. So feet on the ball, hip width apart. Lift your butt up. You're gonna keep that butt up, roll the feet out till your legs are straight and roll back in. And as you roll in, you gotta lift the hips. That has to happen simultaneously. 2, you're just doing 10. So nice and slow going out, nice and slow coming in. Trying not to depend on your arms and press your stomach down. And you got to pull that ball as close into you as you can. That's what makes a difference. So I'm going nice and slow both ways. Doing a little squeeze at the top. So getting through these 10 should be a challenge. So I'm working on my last 2. Oh my goodness, that's hard. Okay. Put that off to the side. We're going to do a little plank series and give our butt cheeks a little bit of a rest here. So flip it over. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Ooh, cheers. Okay. Down into an 8-point plank. So you got your hands on the floor, your palms, your elbows underneath the shoulders are slightly in front is even better. Get your knees down, tuck your toes under. So this in and of itself should feel like work. Now, more importantly, pull the stomach up and in. In slow motion, come off the knees. Pull your elbows isometrically towards the feet. Lower the knees back down as slow as you can. And repeat. We have 5 of these. Lift, pull, lower slowly. That's 5. Now we're working on 4. Lift, pull, lower. Now we're working on 3. Lift, pull it, lower slowly, lift, pull it, lower slow. Here's your last one. Lift, pull, lower. Come onto the tops of your feet. Walk yourself all the way back. Sit on your heels with your knees open. You can take a towel, put your forehead down on the floor. This is just a nice little break. Okay, come on back up. So you're going to grab your ball again, or your feet on a chair or a sofa. So let's get our feet hip width apart. Let's get our butt really close to the ball or the chair. You're going to go up and down slowly 10 times using your inner thighs. So lift up, squeeze the knees together, but don't let them touch. And then lower back down. And do that 9 more times. Lift up, squeeze, get the hips as high as you can, And keep that ball close into you and lower back down. Readjust your feet if you need to. I would like the ball to be very close to your butt. Lift up, squeeze. And lower. Pull the ball in, lift up, squeeze, and lower. It's really good using a ball because it adds a whole bunch of instability that really forces you to find muscle to stabilize. So 5 to go. Make sure you're coming down nice and slow. So I'm working on my last 3. That's how slow I'm going. Remember, those hips want to just crash and burn, so you got to resist. Coming down. Okay, back to the inner thighs. So whatever Pilates ring or whatever you use, pillow, towel, lots of options here. Start squeezing, hold 3 counts, and then let it go. You're doing 10. Pull in, squeeze, let it go. Squeeze. Low back should be pressing into the floor. So you got the pace. It's very slow and deliberate. You should be trembling if you're really giving it a good squeeze. So I have 3 more to do. And then we're going to go back for the last round of roll-ups or walkouts. Again, endurance builds these little muscles for functional strength. So patience. Okay, back to the big boy. Feet on the ball. Ball is right by your butt when you set up. So remember, we're lifting up as high as we can, not using our arms too much. Extend out to a straight leg. And as you pull in, you must lift the hips. Give me 9 more. Remember, pull the knees towards each other. Should be about halfway for these 10 reps. That's how slow you're going. Nice job. Okay. Whew, that was getting tough. Actually, it's tough right from the beginning. Okay, flip it around. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. We're going to meet in a high plank position. So whenever you're there, hold your high plank. Then you're going to lift your left leg up and put it back down. Lift the right leg up, put it back down. Left knee comes forward, to the elbow, step it back. Right knee comes forward to the elbow, step it back. Repeat it. Left leg up. Right leg up. Left knee in. Right knee in. And one more time. Left leg. Right leg. Left knee. And right knee. Go to a downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths. Walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale to a flat back. Come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Nice, okay. We're gonna grab one heavy weight. We're gonna work lower and upper body at the same time. So here we go, pick it up, hold it in your right hand. So kickstand that right foot. Decide you got the weight. Come on down. Give me a bicep curl as you come up to an overhead press. And repeat. So reverse the curl as you come back down. Curl back up. Press it. And then come down nice and slow. And back up. Do a couple more. And then we're going to amp things up a little bit with that back foot. Okay, so this time, when we go down, I'm going to take my back leg up and back behind me, come down, curl up, put the foot down as I press up, but I'm not putting any weight into the foot. Sweep back as you reverse that curl, curl back up, foot goes down, press up. There we go, we got this. Great balance challenge, lots of strength for that left leg. Good work for your right arm. You want to be as smooth as you can when you do these. Okay, we're going to do 2 more and then we'll switch. One more. Nice job. Okay, quick transition. Switch hands. Kickstand the left foot, weights in the left hand. Have your palm face forward. Come on down. Curl. Turn and press. Lower that arm slowly. Down. Curl and press. Now, a couple of things to focus on. Get your butt backwards when you're coming down and up. If you're not feeling your glute activate, you got to shift back more. Two more, then that back leg comes up. Even now, you're supposed to be putting most of your weight in the right leg. Okay, so now as I lower my excuse me, weight, I'm going to let that back leg go back. As I come up, I'm going to do the curl before I put the foot down on the floor. So the timing of the execution matters. Make sure that back leg, when you sweep it back, you want it to be active. Okay, we have 3 more to do. Two more. Last one. Okay, there we go. Get rid of it. We're going to come into a high plank, but it's going to be a side plank. And if you would rather do this on your forearm, you can go ahead to the forearm. So I've got my hand towards the front of my mat, right in the middle of the mat. Then I take my right knee to the middle of the mat and my left heel to the middle of the mat. Turn and face sideways. That tells me that I have the shoulder, hip, and ankle in alignment. So to start, we're going to lift the back leg up and lower it down. Lift up and lower. And do that 7 more times. You're lifting as high as you can. Now, if you feel your right knee, put a towel under it. We're going to come off it in a sec. This is a lot of coordination and balance. Hopefully you're using your core here. Okay, now put the foot down, step the other one back, lift both your knees. So you're doing a full-on side plank, lift those hips up, stack the feet on top of each other if you can, makes it a little harder to balance. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice job. Open up your knees nice and wide. Take a little child's pose of your choice before we flip over to the other side. Okay, wasn't that wonderful? So, get your towel under your left knee if you need it. Left hand in the middle, left knee in the middle, right heel in the middle, open to the right side of your room. Lift your back leg up nice and high, lower down. Keep going. Keep that arm reaching for the ceiling. When you lift the back leg, you press the heel towards the back of the room. Push it out. Okay, put that foot down, step the other one back. Stack your feet if you can, hold your side plank. Five, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, get your band. The hardest one, if you're using the short one, it's the hardest one that you have. You're gonna wrap it around your ankles. Now that we've warmed up our outer hips, we're gonna work them. So lying all the way down on your mat, legs up, open out, hold for 3 counts, and then come back together really slowly. Do it again. You have 10 of these. Open wide, hold for 3, come back slowly. 8 more. Last 5. If you're ahead of me, slow it down. Try to get as wide as you can for every single rep that you do. You should be really fighting to open those feet. Okay, bring your knees into your chest, take a little break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do 10, but this time there's no hold. So you're going out as far as you can and then back together. And let's do that 10 times. So open and then close slowly. Make sure the movement is big and smooth. Okay, bring the knees into the chest, take a little break, keep your bend. We're gonna come back and we're just gonna pulse the legs. So you're gonna open up as wide as you can. And from that point, go out an inch and in an inch. Okay, take a break. We're gonna do it again, but I want you to move your feet a little more forward this time. So get the legs up, move them forward a little bit, open wide, pulse in and out. Take a break. One more time. Trying to move the legs a little further forward, but make sure your low back skin stays on the floor and you're pressing the belly down. Open and pulse. Okay, release it. Take the band off. Put the band around your wrists. Keep your legs bent. Now, I know this is a very hard band, so going around your wrist, you're probably not going to get much in terms of how far you can spread. But whatever it is, keep that and then take the arms back and then pull them forward. This is just a little bit of stretch and work for the arms. Back and up, keeping the band tight. However wide it is fine. Just make sure it's nice and tight. Go back on 3 counts and up on 3 counts. And then when you come up, take it forward as far as you can till you touch your thighs. Back till the thumbs touch, forward till you find your thighs. You have 5 more. Okay, get rid of the band. You're going to sit yourself up. I'm going to grab a sip of water and then take your one big, huge, heavy weight. We're going to hold it on the ends, sitting back down. We're going to do some skull crushers for our arms. So low back skin on the floor, weight over the chest, bend at the elbow. Don't let the elbows move backwards. Come back up. Do that 14 more times. Slow going down, up at whatever pace you want. Make sure you don't touch your forehead, but you get close. Your elbows should be directly over the shoulders. Probably working on your last 9. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take the arms up over the chest, nice and straight. We're going back for 10 lat pulls. So the arms go all the way back or as far as you're comfortable and then pull them forward, keeping your arms straight. Try to keep your ribs low and your lower back on the floor. Okay, let's put that weight down. I think we've done enough for these arms. You're going to hug your knees into the chest for a nice little reprieve. Make a circle, whatever feels good for your lower back. Go the opposite way. Okay, let's extend the legs all the way down along the floor. Get nice and flat on your shoulder blades and then take the arms all the way back behind you. Spread your fingers wide and then make a fist. And then spread them wide and make a fist. And do that one more time. Now let the arms pull forward, let the head lift up, suck in the belly and dive between your legs. Walk your hands as far forward as you can. Your spine is in flexion. Keep the spine in flexion, take it all the way back, nice and slow. As slow as you can going down. Arms pull back, come back up. If you don't need to use your arms, fold them, your hands on your shoulders. And we're going to do one more. Now, hold this spine in flexion between your legs. Just sort of hang out there. Walk the arms as far forward as you can. Have the elbows down on the floor if you can. And just hold on this spot and breathe. Let your head relax. Try to take in big, huge breaths so you really feel the chest and your lats, everything expand. Okay, bring it up. Now take your legs back behind you. We're going to do a forearm side plank this time. So for my elbows down, I like to fold the front of my mat. So it's just a little bit cushier. Now we're going to start with our legs bent. And we're just going to do a hip lift. So lift your hips up, your knees are on the floor and your legs are bent. Now lift the top leg and extend it backwards. So this is a kneeling side plank. Just hold on this spot. 5, 4, lift your hips higher. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Now we're going to go to a straight leg. We're gonna lift up, hold your side plank. Left arm goes straight up towards the ceiling. And now you're gonna lift that top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Turn over to the opposite side. So we're gonna start out kneeling, legs bent. I like to do this with my right hand on my hip. I'm gonna lift the hips, take the top leg straight back, just hold. And then lower back down to your starting point, straighten the legs, lift back up, right arm straight up to the ceiling, lift your top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, time for a little stretch. We're gonna do the 90-90 that I love. So I've got my butt all the way over by the left side of my mat. 90-90 in both legs. Hands out in front. I want you to lean over that left leg. Chest down. Press back up. Almost like you're doing a push-up. Lower down. Press back up. Lower down. And press. Now, if you can, try not to put weight into your hands. You can keep them anywhere you like, but try not to weight into them. It really amps up the movement. Okay, now hold it up and lift your back foot up and down off the floor. Lift up, lower, lift, lower. Nice, now lift the the right knee up and down. Working whatever range of motion you have, trying not to be leaning too far left. Nice, now we're just gonna switch sides. So get your butt over to the right side of the mat. 90-90, hands out in front, fold over that leg. Come back up. And if you can, take your hands to heart, fold down without the hands on the floor, and then back up. And keep it going. Okay, hands down on the floor. Now lift that back foot up. Try not to lean too far right to make that movement happen. You might be stronger on one side. And that's okay, that's why we do one side at a time. Okay, now the knee is gonna lift and lower. Three more. Because it's so much fun and we know it's good for us. Okay, come onto your knees. We're gonna meet in a child's pose. Child's pose of your choice. Take 5 big, huge breaths. Okay, come on back up. We're going to take it to a plank. Then we're going to a down dog. Now push your heels to the floor so you stretch out your calves here. Should be hard to get them down, but kind of push. So you're pushing both at the same time. Baby steps with your feet forward to the hands. Inhale to a flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Nice job. Thank you so much for being here. So grateful. Whew.
Thank you.
Thank you.